Hello everybody and welcome to City Skylines. This is Rowaninski City and I am going to build a dam. You may have guessed that from the intro. Well, you'd hope so anyway. So the very first thing I need to do is, because the map is fairly flat, I need to build up the sides, and as you will see I do build up the sides, but they have some unintended consequences further on down in the map. Let's speed this up while I get this on the go. So when you've got the dam and you want to place it, move it up and down the sides. You should be able to see how much potential energy it will give you. So as you can see, I'm moving it around, adjusting it, and hopefully find a spot where I get the most amount of megawatts that will be generated. It can take a little bit of time to find the right place, but be patient, you will find something which gives you a good amount of power. Now there was actually somewhere slightly better than that if I was a little bit more careful with my positioning, but I didn't do it that time. Now the other thing that you should note, that I have made some changes. There's some backlog of water, and in a minute you will see that this starts swamping my city. So I'm going to add a few little roads to and from the area to let traffic go across that dam, because I'm sure a lot of people would like to drive across such a large and magnificent dam that I've now placed there. Also want to put something over there as well on the left hand side, like a water treatment area and a few other bits and pieces. So I'm hoping that I am going to have plenty of power for my city, and it's relatively environmentally friendly, apart from the several billion tons of concrete that I've just had to pour in to make the dam. So you may now see that the water is flowing around those man-made hills, and I'm about to go and flood my city in certain areas because I've been a bit of a plonker. Yes, you've heard it first there, people. I have been a bit of a plonker. As you can see, the water is flowing in. It's going to start giving those little flood warnings all over the place. My water pipes that pick up water are pretty much underwater, are going to be underwater. The dam is yet still not operating. It takes a while to actually start up and start generating power, which is rather frustrating. And as you go down the city, you'll just see areas being awash with flood water. Well done, Chris. So the dam is actually looking pretty impressive, I think. And with that sunset there and the sun reflecting over the riverway, sea, inlet, whatever that may be, it actually looks pretty good. It's the first dam that I've actually put in, which is sizable. And hopefully we'll start generating power. And the city actually looks pretty reasonable at night. I do like the way it looks at night. I think actually the night stuff looks better than it does during the classic day shots. So you can see that some of the water has actually been flooding along the roads that I've put in because they've somehow been sunken. And in a minute you'll have a little bit of a view of what's going on. So the dam is in place and it's backing up the water behind it. And after that initial flood or rush of water that happened when I was making all those changes, you can now see that the actual water flow has been reduced severely. In fact, the water is much lower than it normally is. And at the moment, I don't think the actual dam is still operational. No, still not working. So with the dam making all the water drop away, you can see that my eco filtering recycling systems are still working, but the actual water pumping stations are now nowhere near the edge of the water. So I'm going to have to move those down, hopefully get some water going again. My Sims are desperate for clean water and I'm just not doing much at all. Although I've got sewage treatment is alright, but the actual fresh water is causing a problem. So I'm going to have to move these back down and adjust a few of the lines and hopefully get the water flowing to the people of Rowaninski. Now I fixed the fresh water issue, but now I'm just swamping the city with seawater, or the river of Rowaninski that runs through the centre of the city. And as you can see, I've made a little bit of a boo-boo. I have made certain areas of the landmass too low, and therefore water is running freely through the city and around the area, and not going to my dam and just basically going to flood the entire city. Not good. So I am going to have to go and try to do something about that, which is literally just raise the land around the area to make sure that the water has nowhere to go and cannot enter the city other than via the defined routes. So you should be able to see now that the water is flowing through the city, and it should now end up in the Rowaninski River, and the changes to the landscaping that I have done should now stop any further water running riot through the town and dismantling and destroying and causing havoc and losing me an absolute shit ton of money. But I need to let it go. It will eventually move its way through. The water is now being sucked up. The kind of cleaned sewage is now being processed and put back into the river. And although you didn't see it on camera, I did make some slight beautifications around the areas of the water pumps. So I'll leave you with a little flyover of the dam heading towards one side of the city. I think it looks quite nice with the sunrise, and the effects do look quite impressive, I have to say. And as I said before, I do really like the way that this thing is lit at night. It's quite special. There's a little sneak peek at one of the other videos I'm going to do. That is a sewage works that I have put together. Anyway, I do hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have, then please do that magical thing called subscribe. That would be very much appreciated. Hit the like button as well if you've enjoyed this video, and do hit the notification bell if you wish to be notified of future videos. Once again, my name is Chris, this is City Skylines, this channel is Chris Does Gaming, and a few other little bits and bobs. So please do come back and watch my videos again. Thank you very much. See you soon. Goodbye.